Hey, what's up? Welcome back to a new stream. Again, let me know how the levels are, and I'll try to adjust them if things are off. So today, I think I'm just gonna go back to creating some more assets for the areas of the map that I'm working on right now. So I'm just gonna start off with something simple. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try like a barrel. Actually, the music is kind of loud for me as well. I'm gonna turn it down and then turn it up in here. There we go. Alright, that should be better. Better levels on the music. Let me know though how things are sounding. What's up, Peter? Welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? Barrel. I just want to do like a really simple one. I think maybe just like with a couple of like metal supports. All right, I just want one for reference from this side. This should be good. All right, let me just save this image as desktop save. Okay, cool. I'm not doing too bad either. Just had some free time today. Thought I'd do a quick stream. So, you know, it's pretty good. Not much going on this afternoon. So, I thought I'd just stream me working on some of these assets. All right, we got the barrel here. This is what I'm going to do. I think 32 is a little bit too much. I'm going to go down to 24. I think should be fine. That'll actually give me a good effect for what I'm going for. So, I'm going to size it up to the thickest part of the barrel here. And then I'm just going to size it up on the Z-axis here. And then I'm going to just start scaling everything accordingly. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, come on, I want to put a loop cut here. There we go, right in the middle, and then I'll be able to edit these sizes here. So I'm gonna scale this down a little bit, and I'm gonna scale this down a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna put two more loop cuts here and here, and then I'll size them up a little bit, and then that should give us like a nice even shape. Alright, I think that's okay. I'm going to go ahead then and add a new cylinder here. I think I'm going to make the barrel two parts. Add a new cylinder here, and I'll do a band kind of like right there. And then I want to actually, I'm going to rotate a little bit so it's not on the same exact plane as the other one. I want there to be a little bit of variation. And so I'm going to take this other one. I'm going to put it in the same place. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and take them. Again, I'm going to take this one up here. I'm going to size it down a lot. And that'll go right there. I don't know if I like this. Let's see here. I guess I'll do that. And then I'll take another one down here. Right to the bottom, pretty much. And then, let's see. I'm going to size this down a little bit. And then this one as well. Alright, there we go. They should all be uniform size now. And then I'm going to take the top here and just kind of do one of these with it. There we go. Alright. And then I'm going to size this down a little bit, scale it down, and then I'm going to do this. Actually, I don't need to do the same thing on the bottom, just because you're not going to be able to see it. Alright, perfect. Now let me go ahead and unwrap it. We should be finished with this one pretty quickly. Let me go ahead and unwrap it. I'll do mark seam here. I'll mark a seam around the inside here, and then I'll mark a seam here as well, and then that will be, let me just assign this a texture really quick. I'll call this barrel, and then let me go into, there we go. All right, we have everything. I'm gonna go into the compositing mode, or the compositing view. Change this. I'm gonna go ahead and hit unwrap, and now this is actually, I know there's only a few people watching, but this is actually a really cool Blender extension that I downloaded that allows you to automatically, by hitting Alt and E at the same time, automatically, I think it's Alt and E, right? Maybe not. Control E. Oh, maybe I just have to select this one. I do have an extension that allows you to, maybe it's not enabled right now. It allows you to straighten vertices automatically in Unwrap, so that's pretty handy. It should be called, oh, you know what, I might have, it might not be installed on this version. Give me 1 second here. Where did I UV squares? Okay. Let me install it real quick. It's pretty handy. I think. Nope. Yeah, let me install it real quick. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay. All right, is it enabled? Did I just get an error message? Hold on. What's up, Hilk? How are you, man? All right, it should be installed. Oops. All right, let me check this real quick because this was a really handy let me make sure I meet. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Alt E. It should be. I'm not sure why it's not working. That's incredibly frustrating. There we go. Sorry about that. Alright, so anyway, what I was trying to do before I went off on that huge tangent is show you this, which I just did right there, is really important, I think, especially when you're unwrapping stuff. It just straightened all the vertices for me, so when I apply a texture to it in Substance Painter, it won't be rotated or skewed or anything like that. So that should be a good UV map right there. Let me go ahead and just mark the seams on these bands here. I'm just gonna go ahead and combine them all right now, and then let's go ahead and mark all the seams really fast. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, modeling's going well. I just had a kind of an issue there with my extension here. That's really important for these like circular kind of objects. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit U, unwrap, and then we should get. All right, great. That's exactly what I want. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. That should be everything. I think it's just 2. I'm gonna assign this material really quickly, and then let me go to Substance Painter and try it out. So I'll call these bands. Okay, cool. File. Let's see. Export FBX. I'll just call it barrel. Cool, export FBX. Now let's go to Substance Painter and see if I can just throw this together really quickly. The moment that you are in the train to work and see that I'm streaming, oh man, you're watching on the train? That's so funny. I appreciate it. Let's see, let me go to new here, select, save this to the desktop. What do I call it? Barrel FBX. Okay. Hopefully it imports correctly. Great, no flipped normals. Let's see how this looks. I'm wondering if it might look kind of weird because of the segmentation that I have going on here, trying to give it this effect, but we'll see once I apply textures to it, and you can let me know. I like using these old planks. I'm going to go ahead and rotate these 90 degrees so they're situated vertically on the barrel, and then I'm going to scale it up. And that gives us kind of the illusion. This is why the UV... Venny, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, I was gonna say rip data, dude. That's brutal. But this is why that extension was so important to get working, is because it... uh-oh, what did I do here? Okay, I think things are good. I think that just might be in Substance Painter. But basically, if I hadn't straightened these vertices here, then the texture would have looked really warped going on the model, and I was relying on the texture to kind of give me the segmentation here of these planks in the barrel, and if it had been skewed or warped or something like that, then they would have been all wavy and it would have looked really weird. So it was really important that that I get that extension working. Good Wi-Fi. Okay, good thing you have a Wi-Fi hotspot. I was gonna say that would have been really rough if you did not have a hotspot, if you're just doing this purely on data. All right, and then we got some bands on here. Although there is an issue, you can really tell where the segmentation is on the vertices. I'm gonna go and turn the roughness up, and that should fix the issue slightly. Although it doesn't look as good with a really high roughness. Let me see if a better material fits there. Maybe this one. It looks a little too dark. Let me see if maybe steel rough. I think that's what I did before, right? And that's too bright. Well, I'm definitely going to put some rust on it, but to be fair, I don't think it looks terrible. Hey, Shift. Good to see you in my live stream. What's up? Weedy, how are you, man? What do you think about this barrel? I think it turned out okay, especially because it should be pretty reasonably low poly. Let me go ahead and, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and, I think this is good. So what I'm gonna do, it's not like the best thing in the world, but I think this is okay for a barrel. So what I am gonna do is, thank you so much, Peter. Nice and simple, looks great. Thank you, I appreciate it. What I'm gonna do then, I think this is like a good mesh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and delete everything that is not gonna be, well, you know what? No, I do need these. So I guess keeping these fine isn't really ruining the poly count here. And then I kind of do want to keep the bottom of the barrel just in case I have it overturned or something like that. So I don't think I'm going to delete any, let's see. I think this should be okay. What I would do is delete these centers here, but it's only one face and it accounts for the depth that you see here, so I don't think I'm going to end up deleting that. I think this is actually an okay model right here. This will be cool. This will definitely go in the new area that I'm working on, so I'm going to go ahead and... A puppy says howdy. What's up? Welcome to the stream. And if you're joining the stream, let me know as well. It's good to see you, man. Hilk says, no, I'm in the army, so I start Monday. Oh, wow, okay. Early. Oh, 0600. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and save this then. Or, you know what? Let me go ahead and make a new folder here. And I'll call it, let's see, decorations. And then I'll just go ahead and put all of the decorations in this folder. So the barrel FBX. And then, you know what? Let me go ahead and just make subfolders for everything so I can keep the textures and the models together. So I'm going to call this barrel. I need a better way of organization for my... actually, you know what? I'm going to call it the same exact title that I'm going to call it the same thing that I hope I'm spelling barrel right. For some reason, that just doesn't look good to me. Let's see if it said, did you mean barrel? Yep, 1L. A real shame. Embarrassment. All right. Let me go ahead and rename this then. It's kind of like balloon, you know? Like when there's multiples of letters and words, and sometimes you just... What did I just go full screen? That's so weird. Okay. Barrel. Okay, so we have the FBX in here. I'm going to go ahead and create a folder here just so it's really easy to import into Unity. I'm going to go ahead and create a folder here that's called textures. God, can I? The thing is, I have my mic stand. I have my mic on an arm now, which is really good for keeping my voice nice and consistent. But it's tough to, sometimes I'll just make, because I have a cable overhanging my keyboard right now. So I'll just like, all right, I'll call it textures. I don't know why I want to put a Y in textures so much. All right, and then I'll create 2 subfolders in here. I'll call, or 3 actually, I'll call it raw. I'll create another folder. I'll call it normals. And then I'll create another folder here called specular. Awesome. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into Blender. I'm going to go File, Save As, Desktop, call it Barrel, but spelled barrel correctly. Hit Enter, save that on the desktop, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring that into my decorations folder, and I'll put it in the barrel file. And then, just to finish this up, let me go ahead and export the textures. If you're just joining the stream, by the way, this is what I just made. It's a simple little barrel here, but I think it turned out okay, and I really like the way the wood works. I was just showing off a really cool extension that I have for Blender that allows me to, with the press of one button, essentially straighten UVs from a conical shape that is so normally when you import something like a cylinder into Blender and you unwrap it, you'll get a straight UV because that's just the nature of these planes right here, these faces. But if you distort it like I have with these loop cuts to try and give it some dimension and some you know, just a different shape than a straight cylinder, and you unwrap it, then you're gonna get a weird, let me go ahead and unwrap it again. As you can see, you're gonna get a weird deformation here because it's strictly unwrapping it off the seam that I created. And when you put that into Substance Painter, you're not gonna get a texture that's applied straight onto the vertices. You're gonna get something kind of warped, so that kind of works against the texture kind of filling in for where the geometry can't. So basically what I can do with this extension here is, let me go ahead and select vertice. I'll select the entire thing, and then all I have to do is hit Alt and E on the keyboard, and it'll automatically straighten all of the vertices. I do have to scale it down a little bit, which means I have to alter the scale on some of the other elements in the UV map, but honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. If you guys are interested in downloading it, it's called UV Squares, and I think you can just download it from this GitHub repository. Alright, excellent. Let me go back into Substance Painter and try exporting these textures again. Let's see. I missed some chat here. Liu, Janice, what's up, man? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, let's see. Hook says, I got to go again. Have a nice day. Alright, I'll see you later, man. Yeah, I'll probably be streaming in 30 minutes, so yeah, come on back. Is this an ad? No, it's not. It's just if you are like not super well versed in Blender, kind of like me, and you need a nice shortcut, it's super handy. It really saved my life modeling cylindrical things. All right, now let me go ahead and export these textures. I don't know who made it. I just think it's super handy, and I think it's like outdated at this point, but I'm using an older version of Blender. So let's go ahead and go to export textures. Change the path here to desktop. Oh yeah, I guess Veral textures. And then, okay, I'll just select this folder. I'll export them there. Let's see, what is it? 2048. Okay, export. Yeah, no, it is super useful. Okay, cool. And then let's go back to textures, and then let's see. These are the normal maps, so I'll just drag these into normals. These are, let's see. These are the albedos. Okay, raw, and then these are the smooth. Okay, whoops. Excellent. Okay, cool. All right, what do we want to work on next? Let's see here. I want to do something. I'm trying to make stuff that's like that I can use for the you know, just some smaller decoration assets that could be pretty applicable around the map. You know, like barrel is something that I think I could put in a lot of places. I'm trying to think of some other decorations that would look really nice but are like pretty simple. Let's see here. I think I want to do something like a okay, so I am working on like a mine area, so I think what I'm gonna do is do some tracks for like a minecart decoration. So let's see, minecart, but not Minecraft. I don't want the Minecraft images. Real life. I like how you have to say. I like how real life is the next one that comes up. All right, so I want to do some like track looking things. Maybe not this like. I don't know. I guess it might. This is kind of the style I'm going for. This is something that's pretty nice though. I'll just do some like. All right, this is what I'll do. I'll do some like track segments here. That I could. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is let's see. You can do a bag. Ooh, that's like a satchel or something like that. Let me see. That's like a burlap sack or something. Let me look it up. Sorry if I'm missing chat here. Burlap sack. Something like this maybe. I don't know how it. I'm really bad at stuff that's like cloth kind of stuff. I might have to. I think that is a good idea, and I think that would really work well as a nice decoration. But I think I'm gonna have to look into like the best way to like model that from like a like fabric perspective, because I know right now I would not be able to do something. I have the materials for it, but I don't think I'd be able to do something that looks like that. So I think what I'm gonna do really quickly here is do like some. I want to do some like modular track pieces that I could just like put around this area. So I think I'm just gonna go off this this kind of idea, I'm gonna do a couple of wooden planks and then some like rusty metal bars on top of them. So let me just make sure I have, yeah, something like this here. So I think I'll do, oh wait, this is a really good picture of the thing I'm going for. Okay, so I'll do this. But what I'll do is I'll make it using, I'll go ahead and put an array on it. I'll set this to 0, and then I'll put it out to like here. And then I'll do 5 of them, but I'm gonna leave the last one blank so I can make it like modular. So I think what I'll do then is take a cube here, scale it down pretty far, scale it in this way, and then I'll take both sides here, okay, like this, and then like this, and then I'll extrude individual up like this, and then I'll take these two here, and then I'll do an extrude individual, this, not that way, this way, and then I'll I'll scale this in like this. That's kind of like the track piece, I think, like this, and then I'll just scale it this way. It might be too big, I think. Yeah, definitely too big. So let me take this. That is kind of like the iron bar look that I was going for there. Let me see how it works on this thing. Okay, so it's just sitting right on top of the tracks. So I'll take this. Yeah, I would definitely have to do some sculpting. So let's see. Oh, basic shovel. That's a good idea. Yeah. All right. So I might as well just come clean and say that I'm working on like a mine environment for one area. All right. So we'll bring this to here. All right. This is gonna be the measurements on this is gonna be important to try and make it like modular, so I can just put them anywhere I want. So I'll bring this out to here, and then I basically want to have it so that if you bring in another piece, they'll like fit together. Okay, so that's too close. So that means it needs to be way longer on this side. Let's try there. Okay, that's getting closer. I think that could work. All right, awesome. So let me just delete this one then, because that's the older one. I'll delete these. I'll take this one and move it over to the other side. And then let me see if this works as like a modular thing. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, cool. There we go. And then I might as well do like a turning piece. Maybe not yet. All right. All right, cool. So we have that now. So let me go ahead and just unwrap this one here. All right.
But that doesn't mean to say that you aren't doing it in just the same way as you're breathing without knowing how you breathe.
I'll just mark a seam on this entire side here. Sorry about that. I was checking something on my other screen here. All right, so I'll select all of these edges here on this side, and I'll go ahead and hit Control E, and I'll do mark seam. And then I think I want to do a seam along each one of these, so I'll just do a mark seam here, and then that way we can just get a seamless texture applied to that side. I hope it doesn't mess anything up though, but this should be the basic shape here. I might as well also just combine. No, I don't want to combine these vertices yet. All right. And then I'll get the other side here. Okay, all right. So this should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I'll go into edit mode here and just copy and paste it over to this side, and then we should have both of them on the same thing. Okay, I'll give it a new material. I'll call it Rails. I'll go ahead and go to the compositing view, and I'll hit A, U, unwrap. All right, cool. Those should all be, all right, looks good. And then let me go here. I don't know what the most efficient way to do this is, but I'm just gonna convert them all to meshes. And then I'm just gonna unwrap them from here. I could probably just mark a seam on all sides though. That is not, that's kind of weird. Because then the wood's gonna be really, I don't know why it's doing that. What if I did a, no, that didn't work. I'm gonna remove all these seams then. Why are they all square like this? This is very weird. All right, I think what I might have to do instead is just mark seams on the bottom here. Mark a seam here. The faces are different sizes, but when I unwrap it, they're all uniform, which is not good because when I put it in Substance Painter, then they're gonna be all off. And if I'm missing some sort of technique, let me know. All right, so what if I unwrap it this way? That's very bizarre. Oh, you know what? It might be because, shoot. All right, let me try this. This is so weird. Not sure why this is happening. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go back to the planks I had. I'm just gonna do a clear seams. I forgot you can only choose clear seam if you hit Control E. It's very weird. All right, I'm gonna do a smart UV project. I'm gonna hit OK, and that's that. I'm just gonna kind of cheese it in Substance Painter. All right, I'm gonna call this planks, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit File, Export, FBX. Put this on the desktop. I'll call it Rails. Minecart Rails. _ Rails. Desktop. All right, cool. Blender 2.8 does look a lot better. It's true. Oh, okay. I think it's because you're scaling the object. Scaling on object mode, so the scaling is off. You should apply the scale after you make the plank shape. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. I think I can get around this issue on this model though. So let me go ahead and go back into Substance Painter. New discard. Select. Let's go to desktop here. Minecart Rails, okay. And then I'm just gonna put let's see. What if I just use one of these? There we go. That's kind of what I want, to be honest. Nope, it's still weird. Alright, let me delete this here. Materials. What if I just do this one? Honestly, that's fine. I think that looks like a I mean, you can tell that the text. I mean, but on the side, the texture is fine, and you're not gonna be able to. I don't know. I think this is okay for what I want. Why is it like this though at the end? No, alright, shoot. I'm gonna have to redo the planks here. This is really frustrating. Let me delete them. So let's see. She said because I'm scaling an object. So what if I did this instead? What if I put in a cube, but then I went into edit mode and I changed the shape of the cube in edit mode instead? Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright. You're definitely right. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, shoot. Alright. Wait. Now I gotta redo the spacing here. I probably should have kept those old planks. Shoot. Alright. Sorry, guys. Alright. Now let me just remake one of these planks in edit mode. Alright. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to, let's see, go into edit mode and then just, actually, wait, let me put some, alright, at this point I should just be able to highlight every face and choose mark seam. And then if I go into edit mode, I should just be able to drag these along here and then retain the same shape. If I wasn't making it like a modular, asset, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But alright, so I got those. Let me delete the other ones. Okay, now if I take these and hit unwrap. Excellent. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much, Sleeping Hollow. Alright, cool. Now I can export this again. It's an FBX desktop. Export Substance Painter. File new. Discard. Select minecart rails. Okay. Now when I apply a wood texture, I should get, you know what, but I don't want to use the same one I have been using. Let's see. That is such a good texture though. What about this one? Oh wait, I have an idea here. I kind of want to get like one of these planks like centered on it. No, that looks weird, but yeah, I think I might have to use a different one here. Maybe wood rough. That looks kind of cool. That looks more like it would be at the bottom of a train track than the other ones. Alright, now let me just put some steel rough on these, and then I'm going to turn the roughness up a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a new fill layer here. I'm going to choose some rough rust here, coarse rust. Let me delete that then, and then let me add a black mask, and then let me add a generator, and I'll just choose the dirt one, and then that should give us a nice, not quite, let me see. That should give us a nice rust look all over the entire rail. All right, that's kind of what I'm looking for, and that's a nice like modular asset. Okay, excellent. Let me go ahead and go to File. Let's see. All right, yeah. So let me go ahead and create a new file for this one in the decorations. I'll go to New Folder. I'll call this minecart_rails. I think that's what I called the file originally. Minecart_rail. Yep, decorations. I'll put the FBX in there. What did I? All right. And then I had the textures, so I'm just gonna hit Control-C on the textures folder here and Control-V there, and then I'm just gonna delete everything that's in it right now, but I'll still have the same like setup. Okay, cool. Minecart Rails, and then let me go ahead and put the blend file in here. So I'll go to Save As, Desktop, Minecart_Rails. Okay, and then I'll put that in here, and then we'll go to textures, and let me export the textures from Substance Painter. Make sure everything looks good here. I think this is okay. I don't hate it. All right, so we'll go to File, Export Textures, change the path to my new folder. Export to the textures, select export. All right, excellent. Okay, minimize that. Let me see here. Whoa, that's so large. All right. Let me just take the albedos here, I'll take the normals here, and then I'll take the speculars here. Okay, cool, another asset down. I kind of want to make like a building at this point, so let me go to File, New, start up a new thing here. I should turn on screencast keys. All right, cool. I think it would be cool if it was a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. Let me see here. I kind of want to make like a little shack. And this is going to be kind of an experiment because... Okay, alright. I think this is kind of what I'm going for. Or maybe something more like this. That looks really cool. Trying to think of the best way to set up a building like this. Mountain shack, maybe. That's cool. Kind of want to do something small though, not like a huge building. You know what? Let me do like a fence. First, I want to do something like this kind of fence here. So I think what I'm gonna do is just I don't think this should take too long, to be honest. The other fences that I had in the map were like very like high-end fences, and they really didn't match like the theme of the rest of the world. So I think I want to make like a fence that looks something like this. Alright, what's the best way to do that? I guess some posts first, and then they're like interspersed with wires. So I think what I want to do is do like a cylinder. And then I'll just do like a I've been using Blender off and on for a couple, probably since, well, I made some Blender videos in 2014. I didn't use Blender for a while after that, and then I got back into Blender a couple years ago, and I started working on like a full-time project in the, let's see, at the end of 2017ish. And then, so that's since like the end of 2017ish is since I've really been working on, since then I've really been working on my modeling. So I want to make this like this. Sorry, that was a really really unformulated answer. All right, and then I want to, but not, I don't want to deform this too much so that it's incredibly obvious, you know, where it's coming from and where it's going. Just want to do a couple of these type things. You know what, before I deform it, I'm just gonna copy and paste it. I'll just do like every 4. Yeah, no, I've been using Blender off and on for a couple of years. I started when I was like pretty young, in like maybe 2014ish, but nothing I made at that point was any good. And then just now at this point, I'm just now kind of starting to get into full-on like modeling and texturing, and whereas before I was really focused on kind of like a very low poly, like solid color kind of look, but I'm really trying to expand. And not that there's anything wrong with that kind of style, but I'm trying to just expand into its more texturing and that kind of stuff. I hope this is the right method to go about making something that looks like this. I'm just gonna tilt this one over entirely. I don't want to have them all be modified at the same exact points either. That looks kind of weird. I think from now on I'm just gonna variate where the loop cut is. But yeah, no, I'm really open to any advice for new techniques and stuff like that. I really have to move to 2.8 at some point as well, which I'm so used to this one. I do like the look of 2.8, but all right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make these 8 because honestly, I don't think you're gonna be able to notice with like the texture on here. So I'll just take one of these. I'll go here and then just elongate this all the way to the end. Maybe a little bit longer. I was thinking about doing a building, but I'm making one of these kind of like medieval fences. I've never tried something like this before, and I want to see if I could pull it off. So I think it's like this, and then it kind of dips between fences. That's how it's like held in place, you know. But I'll put some loop cuts in to try and make it look a little bit more. I'll have this one go out the other side here. Tolstoy says, cool, your modeling tutorials, how I learned Blender and got into modeling. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate that. At this point, I think a lot of people that have watched my tutorials have become really, really good at Blender, so there's a lot I can learn from them, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. If you are interested in modeling and game dev and stuff like that, be sure to check out our Discord. The link should be in the description. It's a little quiet right now, but you know, I'm hoping that as more stuff you know, starts to happen, that we can, you know, get a lot of activity in there. There's a really good, I mean, the biggest, I think that there's a really good channel for modeling though, is one of the big things. So you should definitely check that out if you're looking for tips or inspiration, because there's some really, really good modelers making stuff there. I'm always impressed. I mean, this is kind of what I'm going for. Might take a little while. I'm sure there's a faster way to do it. And then I guess just different variations in sizes and stuff like that. Yes, I do have FL Studio. I like to just make random stuff on it sometimes. I'm not really like super into FL. I do like to play. I mean, I like to play music just in real life, and I like to play the piano and the guitar. But I can't. Some people are really talented at FL Studio, but I just can't translate like real life playing to FL Studio. And there's a lot of people that don't play instruments in real life, but play FL or use FL and make really cool stuff, and I'm really jealous of that. I'm gonna start this one on the other side, I think, just to give it a little bit more variation. But yeah, I have made some stuff in FL in the past. So this is actually, I know this looks kind of weird if you're just joining the stream, but it's supposed to be something like this, a medieval style wicker fence. Basically like a stick fence is what it is. I'm working on a new area for the map, which should be available for the new for the upcoming alpha. No exact release date on it yet, but things are really coming together, so I'm really happy with it. And then basically what I have to do here is just make a loop cut and then put it on the other side of the branch that I want it to wrap around in, and then just do another loop cut equidistant between the old vertices and the new vertices, and you kind of achieve that look. I definitely need some variation in stick size though, because right now it looks a little uniform. So I'm going to put some bigger ones in and then maybe some smaller ones. There we go. So just put this right here and then just put another loop cut in there, and you're good to go. And then maybe move this over a little so it's not as jarringly offset. Cool. Okay. And then I should probably do some rotation as well. It's probably a good idea. Nothing would be perfectly like straight on a fence like this. All right. Hope that's answered your question, Dragos Nicolau. I hope I said your name right as well. But welcome to the stream. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and put like a bigger one in here. I guess the bigger ones would be towards the bottom, so I'm going to move these up a little bit. Alright, then I'll just go through and put a loop cut on some of these just to make them look a little bit more organic. Alright, awesome, man. I'm glad. And then I'll rotate this down a little bit like that. Okay. Wondering what the best way to make these. Oh, I should probably delete this so I could make these like modular. Or maybe spread them out a little bit, I think. No, I mean, they're kind of closely packed together here, so. I mean, I'm not going to be fencing in the entire road with these. They'll just be, you know, kind of interspersed, but. I'll do another bigger one, like right up here, and then I'll do a couple of smaller ones inside. Needs more Boolean. I haven't used Boolean operations in a really long time, although I am really interested in the box cutter add-on for Unity, and I think that's like an entirely like Boolean operations suite. Could be entirely wrong on that one, but I really want to, I kind of want to. The thing is, Ngons, I don't know, Gleb Alexandrov made like a really interesting video on Ngons actually, and if they are like really that evil. I really used to rely heavily on the Boolean modifier, but I found that I haven't relied on it as much recently as I maybe have in the past. A lot of my recent models have just not used the Boolean modifier at all. Not trying to brag or anything, I'm just kidding. This is too big, if anything. And then just to make this just to make this modular, I'm gonna go ahead and delete one of these, and then I'm going to just save a bunch of variations of probably like 3 or 4 variations of the way of like the arrangement of these sticks and stuff like that to try and give it like a more varied look. Alright, cool, like that. I'm going to create Boolean Simulator. You should, I'll play it. Can I be a boss in Boolean Simulator? I feel like that would, I feel like I deserve that title. A lot of people have mentioned my Boolean use in the past. Okay, cool. And then I'll just fill in a couple of these gaps with some smaller ones. I think it'd be cool as well if some of these like interspersed each other. There we go, and now I have some like overlapping each other. I think that's a cool look. All right, cool, and then I'll just take this here. And then I'll just put one more here so it's not as straight here. Cool, all right, maybe 2 more then. I'm gonna have to go ahead and unwrap this thing. That's gonna be rough. What's up, Nick? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's see how close this is to this. Well, I don't want to make it exactly the same, but I think I have the same basic shape down. I think it is a good idea. Whoever made this fence, I think, kind of beveled the tops a little bit. I'm going to do that as well. Maybe to different sizes. Whoops. Oh, actually, that would look kind of cool if I sized it on them both. All right, cool. That gives it a little. All right, I'll add one more, and then this stick fence is finished. I'll go ahead and texture it. Oh, did I? Oh, I didn't even work on this one yet. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a loop cut on this one, and I'm gonna have it wrap around this way, I think. So I'll have it go out this way. It'll wrap around these two. What's up, Hilk? Welcome back to the stream, man. It's been quiet since you've been gone. Less people watching. I think once you left, people were like, all right, we're going to. Welcome back. I'm just kidding. And then, yeah, one here. And then I'll add one down here to make sure that this doesn't get too crazy. And then I'll add one more going this way, I think, to fill in this gap here.
I've got no claws, no wings.
That's true. I think they might be. Alright, and then I'll go this way. On this one, size it this way. Alright, and then I'll rotate it on the y-axis. And I'll rotate it on the x a little bit this way. And then, yeah, I kind of want it just to fill in these gaps here. It looks too uniform here. Maybe, do I want it to go on the X? This, what fills in the most space here? What I'm concerned about is the, you know, like the visual fidelity of these big open squares. I think I'm gonna do it down here instead. Okay, cool. So let me just go ahead and go in edit mode. Right here, I'll have it wrap around this way. I'll put one right here. I'll have it wrap around this way as well. I'll have it go on the other side of this one right here. Like that. And then I'll have it come around this side. Cool. He is the real star of the show. That's not a lie. Alright, I'm happy with the way that looks. Let me go ahead and save this real quick. This is more of an experiment than anything. I'll call it I'll call it fence underscore stick, because that way when I search for fence in my directory, I can get all the different types of fences that I've made. Fence stick blend. Okay, now let me go ahead and I'll combine all the posts here. I'll Control J on these. I'll go ahead to the materials here. I'll call them posts. And then I'll just quickly go through and unwrap these. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, but I don't think it will. Let's do mark seam. Select this, Control E, Control E, mark seam, and then Control E, mark seam. I'll just do that for all of these actually. Cool, and then all I need to do at this point is unwrap them, but I kind of want to put the seams. I don't know if I want the seam directly in front here, but I don't know which way this fence is gonna face, so I'm just gonna put the seams I think on the sides then. So I'll do a mark seam on this one. I'm gonna remove this seam. Yeah, since I don't know which way this fence is going to face, I think it would be a better idea if I just put the seams inward. And then I'm also going to have them face random directions on either side, just so you can't look at the fence from one side and then see all the seams on the side. That would look awful. So I'll just clear these seams here, and then I'll put it this way. So that way when you're walking on towards the fence, the seams aren't as noticeable. They're all like hidden on the side here. And then when you're walking the other way, I don't know. Let's see how it looks. So then all these are good. Let me go into compositing here. Let's see. I'm doing homework, so I can't talk much, but your soothing, enchanting voice helps me chill. Thank you, Peter. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you're here for the modeling, you know, or the lo-fi music. I'm cool with anything. So unwrap here, and then this. Sorry, I gotta go off on it again, but I gotta talk about this extension here. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna hit Control L, and I'm gonna hit Alt E, and look at that. That's so useful. That just saved me so much. If I didn't have this extension, I would have to go through all the side vertices and pin them, and then I would have to go through and like straighten each individual like, I don't know. It's rough. So now all I have to do is select some vertices, hit Control L, and then hit Alt E, and then everything is straightened for me. All I have to do is just modify the islands a little bit to make sure that nothing is overlapping. It literally has saved me. This would have been like so much work had I not had this extension. All right, that's enough about this extension. Cool. So that's good. Those posts are done. This is gonna be a little bit harder. I'm just gonna go ahead and get all of these. Hopefully this doesn't look weird in Substance Painter. I'm gonna hit Control J on these. No flip normals, that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit new, and I'm gonna go to sticks. And then I'm gonna go ahead and select all the seams. What I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna make all the seams on the bottom of the sticks, just so they're less noticeable. So I'm just gonna look at it from the bottom perspective here, and just do, I'm Alt right clicking. That allows me to select all of the edges along one side of the model, and it's really useful for just selecting a straight edge and mark. I use it a lot when I'm unwrapping. So there we go. All right, so all the seams should be on the bottom, and that should look a lot better than if they're on the side here. So then all I basically need to do is come around here to the end of all of these, then deselect all of the non-strictly end parts. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, that looks good. Just deselect all. Oh, I missed one there. Did I get everything? All right, cool. And then I will go ahead and select this here. That should be everything. And then I'll just deselect all these. And then all of the ends of those should be selected. I'll hit mark seam. And then let me go and do the same thing on the other side. I didn't miss any, right? Yeah, it looks like I should have them all there. Just gonna go across here, and then I'm just gonna deselect everything. And that should allow me to really quickly just, yeah, okay, so mark seam here. Now, if everything worked, then I should just be able to hit unwrap. Okay, nah, something went wrong. Something went very wrong. It might be because I tried to unwrap too many at the same time. All of these look fine. I mean, I know they're weird shapes, but I didn't think it would make something that looked like that. What, I mean, like, what shape is this? What is going on here? Shouldn't these all just be like... Oh, did I do a smart UV project or something? Nope. Okay, well, I guess they're just really deformed. That looked weird. I was really confused there. So let me just go ahead and straighten all these. See, this just shows you how useful this is. Whoops. Uh-oh, what did I do there? Why is it doing that? I don't know which one this is. I wish you could... It's not that. It's not those. What shape is causing this mess? Shoot. Oh, this is so frustrating. Everything else turned out really well. Let me just go ahead and straighten all these, and then I'll reorganize it and try and figure out what this shape is and what's causing it. Because I know I really batched, did a quick like batch unwrap, but yeah, see, it did the same thing but in the opposite direction. I'm really confused as to what object this is. If you guys have any idea why this is happening, let me know. I think somewhere some vertices are, some vertices must be flipped somewhere. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Weedy, you asked what the song was, right? It was called Sunny by Jason and Pandrez. Yeah, not sure what... Oh, is it because they're intersecting with each other? Okay, wait, hold on. It's this one right here. I wonder why it's doing this. Did I make a mistake somehow with the unwrap? No, it looks like it's got a full seam. I wonder what is causing this. Huh. Something's like totally inverted or something. Alright, something went wrong here. Let me... I'm just gonna go ahead and remove those two. I just want to see what this looks like textured. Which stick was it? It was this one? Alright. And then the other one was which one? This one? One of these two. Wasn't that one. It was this one. Alright. Let me unwrap it one more time and let me just go ahead and organize these islands. Alright, cool. Now let me just try and make these all roughly uniform and fit them onto these islands here. Though they are different sizes, they're not too different. So the UVs should be roughly the same. Probably should have moved these before I... I'll just put those there for now. Okay, so now let me take all these, size them down just a little bit, put them there. I'll take all these, scale them down, put them right there. Okay, it's kind of rough, but it should work for the purposes of this model. So let me go ahead then and export this as an FBX. I'll call it, yep, all right, cool. Sorry about this weird model. I really wanted to try this out. Alright, so these were the modular tracks that we just finished. Got a really good Rust generator on this one. Okay, let me go ahead and go to File New. I don't think I need to save it. I already have everything exported. I'll select, let's see here, I called it fence_stick. Okay, okay. No normals were flipped. That's really good. And then let me put like... I kind of want to use like the rough wood but dark, and then I have to actually rotate this 90 degrees instead of, I don't want it to be on 0, I want it to be 90. Yeah, there we go. So then the fence are going to be vertical wood. I'm going to make it a little bit darker, I think, something like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy, whoops, did not mean to do that. I'm going to go ahead and copy this layer. I'm going to put it on the sticks, but I'm going to rotate it back to 0, and then it should, I mean, it should look okay for what I tried to make. I mean, honestly, it was a real messy UV unwrap, but it's not, I don't think it's outrageously high poly, and it kind of works for what I wanted to make. So I don't know, anybody watching, let me know what you think of this this stick fence. Put it in Unity so you can see how it looks. I I don't want to put anything in Unity just yet. I kind of have the map in progress right now, but honestly, I don't think it looks terrible. I think, you know, it kind of matches the style of what we're going for. I think, you know, it's kind of similar to this. I think I'll keep this. I think I'll hold on to this. It's kind of a cool fence. If I wanted to make it modular, yeah, I should probably put some smaller sticks in between. But the thing is, I don't want it to be too outrageously high poly. But you're probably right. That probably is a good idea. What if what's like a good dirt kind of deal? All right, what if I put some like coarse rust on this? All right, bear with me here. I go to the coarse rust. I change the rust color to be like a dark brown. I also need to reduce it's gotta have a really low. I don't like how it's shiny. I wanted it to be like kind of a dirt thing. So what if I just do the rust fine instead? I'll take the rust fine, put it over the rough wood. I'll make it a kind of like a dirt color, dark. And then I'll put let's see, delete that. I want to put a black mask over it. Come on. Black mask. And then I'll put a generator on it. Just like a dirt generator. And then I'll turn up the dirt level. Nah, it doesn't look dirty. It just looks like kind of rusty. I don't like it. I think the just pure wood looks better. You're not even going to be able to tell when wood is dirty from like far away. Something like this is just like really rough wood. I mean, it already looks dirty on its own. So I think I'll just stick with this. Yeah. I don't know. Let me go ahead and save this. I'll go to save as. And then I'll just call this stick_fence because I'll probably come back to it. Okay, I kind of want to do a nice pickaxe. Let me find one that's got like a good side profile. Ooh, I kind of want to do also maybe some. Oh, okay, I have an idea for a cool effect on this pickaxe. I'll kind of make it a little fancy. Let me see. This one's good. I'll just take this and rotate it so it's, you know, at least marginally vertical, and then I can just model off of that. So I'll just go ahead and save this image. Save. All right. Oh, did I put stick before fence? It's okay. I'm not going to be searching for the Substance Painter file in my. I'm never going to be importing this file to my Unity directory, so it's okay. But thanks for reminding me. All right, so I'll go ahead and save this, and then I'll go to File New. Oh, diamond pickaxe. Yeah, I should have played Minecraft on this stream, to be honest. Can't believe it's been around for 10 years, but I don't know. I was pretty early in Minecraft. I remember buying it from the website when it was like really cheap, but it was like the pre-alpha version where you could only place blocks and destroy them. It was like a very, very early version of creative. Okay, what did I guess it's the iStock photo. I hope. Yeah, it is. All right, excellent. Now let me go ahead and just get it kind of centralized, and then I'll rotate it to be, I don't know, try to make it look like it's 180-degree vertical, but I know it's not. And then I'll just try and get this there. Okay, cool. So we have a pickaxe now. I'm gonna go ahead and make it out of a cylinder with, let's put this to 16, and then I'll scale it down. But I know it's gonna be a little bit flattened, so let me just take all the vertices. I'll drag this down to actually, let me scale it down a little bit more. It's a little big. And then I'll bring it to the bottom here. And then I'll bring it up to the top here. Looks like it kind of scales down a little bit. And then it's a little bit beveled at the end. I'll just do a small one because it's not outrageously important. And then I'll kind of bring it in this way and then just size it up. And there we go. Okay, I could probably do it in less vertices. Let me just see how this looks. Okay. And then I'll take these here. I'll extrude them out at this point here. Bring it up. I'll just bring it up all the way to the top, and then I'll bevel it a little bit at the top. Okay, cool. Now let me go here and make the iron part of the pickaxe. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? I think it's probably to do another cylinder, but I'll do it with 8. And then I'll drag it up here. And then I'll just drag the pickaxe part out of these two. Will this work? What if I like extrude these and then took this one down and then took all of the vertices in, and then I move these two on either side back. No, I don't want to move them back. That's fine. But then I just come in on this side and I do a couple of loop cuts, maybe that many. And then I just drag everything up. I don't know how this might look really weird. Oh, not really. It just looks weird here. And then it's gotta come down at the end. I don't think that looks too bad. Let me bring all the sides down though. This might not have been the best way to do this. Let me scale these in here a little bit more. I don't hate it, to be honest. But this was not the best way to do it. Or it might be. You know what? It might be. Because what if I... I don't know, man. I think it kind of worked out. Let me just see how this looks with like a texture on it and everything. Because I think, I mean, obviously some of these are like out of place, but all right, let me try the other side here. I think this side is more like, oh, it's kind of the same thing. I don't want to make them like symmetrical though, because I know the pickaxe is like different on either side. And then I'll just do some more loop cuts here. I think I really dislike the way this looks. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do some real surgery on this one. Actually, wait, let me just... Alright. Now check this out. Do I like celery? Actually, I do really like celery. I understand people's issue with celery. There's no doubt, I understand that why people don't like celery. Personally, I kind of like it though. I just like the crunch. I know it's not really a big taste feel, and some people just don't like the texture of it, but it's kind of refreshing to me, especially with like buffalo wings or something like that. Why don't you take commissions as participant? I have not. Let's see. I don't really get asked to do commissions a lot. I've basically been working on my own projects, essentially. Let's see, combine. No, wait, I want to do merge at center. And then that should make this all one piece here. And then, I don't know, I said I didn't want it to be symmetrical, but at this point I'm like, I don't know. Might as well be. Alright, cool. So that's done. And size up a little bit. Okay, and then, but I wanted to make it look a little bit fancy, so let's see. Hero Snowman. Hello, I'm sorry I did not say hey, but welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream if you guys are just joining. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to, maybe let's put this on 16. I wanted to make like kind of like a grip type thing, but alright, I'm wondering how I'm gonna do this is the big issue, because I know how to do, I did it on the sword and it looked kind of cool. Okay, let me think here. Hero Snowman says, how long have you been modeling? So someone asked this a little bit earlier. I first got into Blender in around 2014, 2015-ish when I did those tutorials. I don't remember exactly when. And then I kind of took a break from Blender for a while. I just liked making random stuff. And then around 2017-ish, I got the idea to start working on my own project. So I started that, and then since then I've been modeling pretty regularly. So since 2017-ish, I've really been modeling pretty significantly. But before then, I was just kind of doing it randomly and for fun. Alright, so this is what I want to do with this one. I want to take these. I'm going to put a loop cut here in the middle. And I'm going to take these two on either side. I'm going to size them down so that they merge into the mesh here. And then I'm going to size this up. I don't know how this is going to look, to be honest. And it might look very bad. But let me just test it out here. So I guess this would be like the bottom grip for the pickaxe, right? Alright, let's see how this looks. Okay, let me go ahead and unwrap this really quickly. I'll go ahead and select this one here. I'll do mark seam. I want the seam to be on this side so you can't see it if you're holding it. So I'll hit Control E, and then I'll do another mark seam on this one, and then I'll go to the bottom. And of course, I'll select this and mark seam there as well. Okay, so then we've got that done. I'm gonna go ahead and assign a material to this. I'll call it handle. This one I'll do the same thing, essentially the same thing. I'll mark a seam here. I'll mark a seam here. This might look really weird. I have no idea how this extra thing I'm trying to do will look on this pickaxe, but hopefully it works out. And then it doesn't really matter, I guess, where I mark the seam, but I'll do it on this side as well so the player can't see it if they're holding this pickaxe. Alright, so that's done. I'll assign this a material as well, and I'll call this grip. And then the top will just be like the actual like axe part. So I'll just mark a seam going this way. I'll mark a seam going this way. I'll mark a seam here. I'll mark a seam here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. So I'll just mark a seam around here. I'll do the same thing on the bottom. Whoops. Sorry if I'm missing. Let's see. Whoops. Your gun tutorial is awesome. Thank you so much, man. Clappy says hello. Hello, Clappy. Welcome to the stream. I love celery too. It is good. It's an underrated food. I think more people I talk to, just like who have given me their, I mean, I'm not talking to people about celery a whole lot, but the people that have given me their opinion on celery, it's usually not too favorable. So it's nice to meet a fellow celery fan. I'm not sure how this is gonna unwrap actually. Okay, so I got a weird looking seam on this one. Let me call this, I'll just call it axe part. I don't know, it's the axe part. Let me go into the, let's see, if you do commissions, how much would you charge per gun? As I mentioned earlier, I don't really take commissions and I haven't done commissions in the past, but definitely message me on our Discord if you want to talk about modeling stuff. So there should be a link in the description. Just go ahead and message me. And this applies to everyone. If you want to talk about something, just hit me up on Discord. Okay, the unwrap was good. Will this work? I don't like that. That's not good. Okay, let me just make sure all these are kind of facing the same direction. And we should be good to go. This is a weird mesh though. Oh wait, why are these connected? Oh, I guess it's connected. Oh wait, I think I know why it's kind of weird. Is because there's nothing in the middle to separate. Oh wait, also I missed this. Okay. Let's see, mark seam here. Sorry about that. I got kind of far away from my mic. Let's see, if you're looking for a handle on the pickaxe, make it a thin cloth type thing. That's kind of what I'm going for. And I hope it works out because I think it would look really cool, you're right. All right, this is good. That's what I wanted. So there we go. That's unwrapped. This one should not be a big deal. I'll go ahead and unwrap this and I'll hit this Control L, Alt E to straighten them out. And then I'll just put it right here and we should be good on that one. And then the last part is this grip. I'll just do the same thing. Hit unwrap. I'll select this, hit Alt E, scale this in a little bit, and it doesn't matter the scale of these, you won't even be able to see them. So there we go. Let me actually, you know what, I'm gonna turn this 90 degrees this way, and then I'm gonna size it there, and then excuse me, that way. All right, cool. So we should have everything. I'm gonna go ahead and export this as pickaxe. I don't really know how to spell pickaxe. I don't know if it has a K. I've seen it spelled like with no K. I've seen it spelled with no E. It's really got some wild variations here. All right, so this was the stick fence that we worked on earlier, and I actually kind of like the way it turned out. I'm definitely gonna have to do some editing on the actual mesh, but in terms of texturing it, it was a lot easier to texture than I had originally anticipated, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Let me go and hit File, New, Select, go to Desktop here, go to Pickaxe FBX. Okay, none of the normals are flipped, good. Let me put, let's see here, I'm gonna put this plank wood on here. That looks weird, and it's because the rotation is not 90 degrees. There, now we have some nice vertical wood on here. I'm gonna go ahead and scale the UV up. Not that high. Sorry about that. Alright, so there we go. We have a wooden handle on this pickaxe. Let me put like some iron raw rough on this one. And I'll turn the roughness up a little bit so it's not as bright. And then I'll make it a little bit darker, I think. There we go. Okay, that's kind of cool actually. And then this is the big experiment. I wanted to try using, let's see, this leather wrap texture. Okay, it's a little bit weird right now, but I think I can fix it if I scale it this way. And then if I unlock the scale and change it this way. And there we go. Now it's got kind of like a leather wrap around it. It does look a little weird though. Not sure if I like that. The texture itself, I think, fit well on there, but it kind of looks like it just becomes wood at some point, and it doesn't. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about. We're gonna add celery to the game. Yeah, it gives you 100% health boost if you eat celery. Let me know what you think about that. No, you don't have to stop with the vegetables, man. I'll talk about vegetables if that's what it's. I mean, if it's the apocalypse, you pretty much only need vegetables. Or that. I feel like things that aren't vegetables might be tough to get. Yeah, not sure how I feel about this one. Maybe another texture would look better on it. It's essentially the same thing, but a different color. Pickaxe looks good. Thank you. I might just go ahead and get rid of this, because I don't think. I could do like a leather wrap might be better for this. I was hoping I could just do like a, you know, and then just drag a texture on there and you'd be good to go, but I don't think it's gonna work like that. So let me go ahead and I might, yeah, I think I'm just gonna come back to this model and put my own kind of like oh, you know what I need to do to the top of the pickaxe though? Hit it with a little rust fine here. So I'm gonna, whoop, wrong layer, go back to the axe part, get some rust fine here, drag that on. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker and less red. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a black mask on it. I'm gonna right click on it, add generator, select a generator. I think I'll do like just the dirt is like a good one. And then I'll just turn the dirt level up a little bit. And there, we have like some convincing rust on this thing. But I kind of want it, if I'm gonna put rust on it, I want it to be a little bit brighter. So I'll go back to the damage and turn the roughness down. And that makes not only does it actually make it look more like metal, but you get like a better sense of the rust because the matte parts of this metal are the rust parts, and so it gives you like some good contrast, especially when it's getting hit with sunlight like it is in this. But I think what I am gonna do is just delete this part. Use Twitch, says Mr. Ard. That's something I'm seriously considering because I stream on YouTube. I like having everything together in one place, is essentially why I stream on YouTube, because I like when all the content I put out is in one like area, and so if people find it, they have access to pretty much everything. But it might be a better idea to, and this is something I'm seriously considering, is doing just my development streams on Twitch, and then I would just do my like full-on videos, like update videos on my channel, or like speed models, stuff like that that wouldn't really fit well in like a live setting. Peter says pickaxe looks good, thank you so much. Clappy says, do you think you'll be able to craft / build bases, fortify some already in the game? So up until pretty recently, we really weren't thinking about player base or player housing, but that's something that a lot of people have talked about, and so it's something that Nick and I are definitely considering. We really haven't talked about the best way to implement something like that, and so we're definitely thinking about the best way to add something like player housing or bases. That's something we've seriously considered. So yeah, it would be good, says Mr. Ard. Yeah, that'd be really nice. Because then, well, I do save the VOD from the stream and put it on YouTube anyway. You should be able to view my old streams. I think they should be like not unlisted or something like that. But yeah, I could just upload the VODs from Twitch. And I could also edit them down a little bit to the really important parts. But yeah, no, I am going to remove this part right here. I don't like the way this looks on the pickaxe, but the pickaxe itself looks okay. Okay, so this is we did this pickaxe. We did, I'm not going to save this because I'm going to go ahead and add a new model. So let me go to open. I'm going to discard this, but I think I'm liking that. And we also did, let's see, where did I save? Oh, I saved the barrel to, let's see, where did I save the barrel to? It should be in decorations, maybe in barrel, and then texture. No, maybe not. Okay. I saved it somewhere. I gotta find it. All right. I think I may have some stuff I have to take care of, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. It was just a short one, like hour 45. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's the summer now. I am officially, as of 2 days ago, officially done with school for the summer. So I'm probably gonna be streaming a lot. Or at least I'm going to try to stream a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm seriously considering moving to Twitch, so let me know your opinions on that. And also everybody go visit our Discord. The link should be in the description, and it's a really cool place, especially if you're interested in modeling, to take a look at other people's creations, get some advice on your own. I also post a lot of updates about my game, but then we have a lot of other channels. You can post your music. It's just a nice little Discord, and it's kind of quiet right now, so I'm encouraging everyone to join it. And I know myself, I should be more active in it, and I will be, but I'm gonna go ahead. I did promise that last summer, but I have a different job. I actually have a new job this summer, and I will be able to, I know for a fact that I will not be so far from the house this summer as I was last summer. And also, I have a lot more. Last summer, we were working on Mercenary Frontier, but you know, it was a really rough development process. Now this one is a lot, you know, we have a lot clear, I have a lot clearer idea for the stuff that I want to make in Blender and the stuff that I want to like have on stream. So streams, I mean, it's a lot easier for me to stream now because I'm just like making stuff that's going to be in the game, whereas it was harder to stream Mercenary Frontier because like stuff was you know, it was tough planning that out. But this summer should do some streams. I'm going to put up a video that's not game related in a little while, a video that I've been working on, and then I'm still working on that speed level design for that big area in the game. So both of those are coming up, but I don't want to take up your guys' time too much. Thanks so much for watching the stream. I'm gonna end it right here. Let's see. Clappy says some advice on the building aspect. You don't want the building to be like Rust and stuff since they're way too much crazy size bases. Maybe lean towards building doors on bunkers and abandoned buildings. Yeah, no, we are open to taking any type of suggestion, and there is actually in our Discord there should be a suggestion area, so you know, go ahead and you know, post your suggestions there and we'll definitely take a look at them. But thank you so much guys for watching the stream. I will see you guys later, and that's the end of this one. Peace out.